Greetings, I'm Stanley L. for the American Dream. I'm here for my guests in just a moment.
This is WGLS Rowan Radio.
And welcome again to the American Dream. I'm your host, Stanley L. And today we have in the house a couple of people. Yeah, actually a few. And, of course, we have a special guest here, Aja. Did I get it right that time?
Yes, you did.
It was so prone to say something else, but I get it. I'm there. I'm with you. Aja.
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 How'd you spell it?
AJA.
Ha ha.
3 letters. Do the thing.
It's just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have in the house Zinga Roth Miller. How you doing, Zinga?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing extraordinary. And we have Carlton, of course, in the house.
Yep, good to be here.
Good to be here. And beside him, we have this young man that's going to get right up on that microphone and do his thing. His name is Elijah. How you doing?
Hi, I'm here again.
Yeah, here again.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought your name was Elijah. We could check the records again. But anyway, that's okay. Here again, so you with us?
Good to see you here again.
Yeah, it is. And we have, of course, over there in the corner, the one and only. Here, calm down, everybody. It's just Mr. Kalen Anderson, Press Boss Productions.
Just here floating around recording.
Yeah, you hear the whisper in the background, and of course,
No, I got on that mic too. I was just project.
Coming in the door, we have Jasmine Smith, and she's going to walk in here in a couple of minutes. But anyway, back to the show. And hey, Jasmine, how you doing? Yeah, I know you're good. Anyway, I'm going to go shift right over to Aja because, I mean, she's kind of our special guest for today. And I want you to start by telling the audience a little bit or a lot about you, however you want to choose it. Give some background.
Hi, my name's Aja, and I'm from Pensacola, New Jersey. I've been doing photography for probably like 7 years now, maybe. Each year getting a little bit more serious. I left my job 2 years ago, and I just went full out photography, kind of take my chances and see what I can do. And ever since then, it's been pretty good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're from?
Pensacola.
Mm-hmm. You went to school there?
Yeah, I went to Pensacola High, left there, and then I went to CCC for a couple years, left there, and then I just went full out and started my own business.
Okay, CCC, I'm going to guess that's Camden County College.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now, did you take photography there?
I did for 2 years, but the way that it was set up, I was supposed to go to the Art Institute in Philadelphia after, but when I was trying to transfer over, they told me my credits it wasn't going to match up.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have had to start that 2-year process all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took off a couple years, see what I can do, and then...
But it's been working.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, here's a big question for you. I mean, before we even jump into the American Dream, what do you think it takes for somebody to actually do what you did, to kind of like just leave a job for 2 years to go after the passion? There must be some element that we have to do that.
I feel like determination and just drive. Like, it wakes me up in the morning.
Mm. Can you be even more specific than that?
Paying bills. Wakes me up in the morning. I have to pay my bills.
Okay, let me put that in perspective for the audience out there. Okay, she leaves her job, but she still has bills. So guess what? She's making that photography work. Is that what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what no, it makes sense. I think sometimes when we are interviewed and we ask questions like, how did you succeed? I think a lot of people tend to generalize it. Mm-hmm. And at this stage, especially being on the air with radio, you don't have the assistance of visuals to show anything. So it'd be nice to kind of break things down for people, because I do believe that anybody can be successful if they understand, the determination is a part of it, but also being practical.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you walked away from a job, you were making money and now you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an incentive to get your bills paid.
Yeah.
And at that time, you're probably doing a lot more than someone that did not do that. If you still had the job, for example, you would not, be pushing as hard probably.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah, correct. Because I feel like when you have a 9-to-5 job, it really doesn't give you time to focus on your dreams. Like, by the time you get home, you'll be ready to just lay down, go to bed, eat, go to sleep, and you'll end up being in that same repetitive state,
Okay, now I have to ask you, what was your job?
I worked at Starbucks and Hallmark.
Okay.
But I left.
And you went to school for?
Photography.
You were so far away from that. You
So far.
But I, putting the pieces together, I can see how you would have to basically walk away from the job.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless they were going to give you a photography job, which wasn't going to happen, right?
At all.
Not at all. Okay, what is your American dream?
I just want to be successful and be happy, to be honest, and just take pictures. Like, that's my dream, just to be happy. It makes me happy to just take pictures, to see people's expression on their face when they see the pictures. I just like watching people's reaction to the photo.
I'm going to ask our Boys and Girls Club members who are here. We have a couple of them. And Elijah, he's slowly but surely moving right into my seat. I think he wants to take my job, but that's okay. Do you have any questions for her right now about her career and how she's pursuing it? I'd like to get your kind of viewpoint on it.
Not really.
No. You had something to say. What were you going to say? Do a profile for us? Give some background. Who are you?
I'm Elijah. I live in somewhere in New Jersey, somewhere in southern New Jersey. I forget the town name somehow. I'm 13 years old, and I'm in the Boys and Girls Club, obviously. I was here last week, and yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
You like radio?
I like being on the radio.
Okay, just being on the air, or would you like my seat?
Both.
I wanted to get it out there. Okay, Zinger Rothmiller, do you have anything to say? Any feedback on Aja, or do you just kind of hear too?
Well, before I ask my question, I just want to, how do you forget where you live? Like, come on. Like, when you're on your way home, you have to type it into the GPS or something. Don't you live in Washington Township?
I think. Hey, I'm being put on the spotlight.
The pressure.
Oh my God, I can't forget my name because God, I don't remember my name. I'm on the spotlight. Oh my God. So I don't remember my name, but Aja, when you left your job, like, and you went to go like pursue your dreams, how did your family? Were they supportive? Were they like a little bit like held back a little?
My mom was very supportive, actually. She's been like my rock this whole time. She's definitely my main supporter. She's the main one posting and reposting, of course, on Facebook. She's like that average mom that just proud of their kids. Yeah.
That was a good question, though. What about the rest of your family?
They've been very supportive, too. My family's we're all in some type of way an entrepreneur, in a way. Like my one cousin, she's a dancer for the New Jersey Nets. And the Brooklyn Nets now, and she toured with different artists and stuff. So I feel like each person in my family, especially in my generation, we're all going after something. And I feel like that gives me even more drive to be like, all right, like I can't be stuck at Starbucks forever. I have to go and follow,
Okay. I'm letting Elijah go because he raised his hand. Looked like he had it. I think he got it together. Doesn't feel like he's on the spotlight.
Okay. I have a question. So if you take like a photo, like that's really like perfect, the lighting and everything, it looks really beautiful and everything, could you sell that for like thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars? Could you sell and get money for that?
I could. It depends on if people really want it or if that's what you like, But I could definitely.
Nice.
She's into making money.
I got a question too.
Oh, hold on. Let Carlton do his. He had his hand up too.
Well, I was just curious if you had a specialty in photography and if you had a personal favorite type of photography.
I like doing modeling. A lot of modeling, fashion, high fashion, bright lighting. Yeah, I like more edgy stuff too in fashion. I'm weird.
On that note, when you said high-end fashion, a lot of lighting, that's what I do remember. And Jasmine Taylor's shots, they were super lit and definitely high-end because she had I thought they were gowns. That's what I would call them, gowns. But I remember that glittery thing that's really kind of like something you would wear like a gala or some formal event, almost like the superstar kind of quality kind of stuff. Is that where you headed with your?
Kind of, yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. And what was your question?
I have two, actually. Have you ever shot at any fashion shows or shot like a model?
Yeah, I have. I've done a couple fashion shows. My goal, I've been offered to do New York Fashion Week, but I haven't really done it yet. Only because I feel like every time that time of the year comes, something pops up. But I've done Philly Fashion Week, and I love it though. I love seeing the runway, people walk down the runway, catching those shots in that moment. It's pretty cool.
And my other question was what was the most amount of money that you gotten for a photo, and like what was that photo?
It was actually my first photo I've ever sold. It was my grandma's hands, and I called it Grandma's Hands. And my grandma right now, she's 94 years old. And so, like, you can tell when you look at someone's hands, like, I guess what they've been through. And her hands, like, literally just show her. And so I actually sold that for $600. So.
Ooh. Very nice.
Like, I think it was a 16 by 20. It wasn't too big, but it was a nice size to put.
It was for framing?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Now, I mean, is that a big specialty of yours, or is that something that's just kind of happened?
That's actually something that just happened, but it was a really nice photo.
Right. Now you obviously have the originals, or you can make prints of them. And this is just a business question. Are you now like obligated to not share that shot again, or can you make original copies?
I mean, I could. We didn't sign anything.
Okay.
To limit myself from copying it and stuff.
Okay, because that does happen, if people want exclusive rights to a photo. And that actually drives the price up when you do that. So that's the business question I have. Carlton, do you have anything else?
I forgot what it was. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Now, the American dream, you said about happiness and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'm kind of like asking specific questions because, the American dream and happiness can be so much successful. What I learned in doing this show and talking to people, especially your generation, is success is being redefined. That's what I'm finding. Where in my generation, it might have been, go to college, get the white picket fence and, the 2-car garage, whatever. And today, it seems like it's more of being able to express yourself, the things that make you happy, to express those things, not so much collecting things, but being able to express yourself, the happiness you have. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how does, I'm a different generation, so how does that work? I mean, what exactly does that mean specifically? Does it mean I can get up in the morning, I can grab my camera, drive to the beach, and just shoot without anybody pressure me? Or does it mean something else?
That's actually exactly what it means. Like, my dream is to one day wake up, like you said, I just want to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking for, like, money or... Of course, you need it to live. You want to live comfortably, but I'm not chasing after the money. Like, the money will follow, I feel like, when you do something that you love to do. And I don't know, because you're right. This generation, like, I feel like we're just living. We just need to, live and do something that we love to do rather than just follow trends and just try to make a quick dollar,
Good. I see a lot of shaking hands. Carlton.
I remember what I wanted to ask, and it's kind of tying into what you were just asking. Do you ever just kind of take a camera out and go photograph whatever? Or how often do you have spontaneous days, and how often do you have, like, scripted shoots?
To be honest, I probably haven't had a day like that in a long time because after a while, it becomes more business. I haven't really had time to sit and be like, oh, like I have a day off, like let me go and just shoot around. I edit and work and shoot like 24/7.
You're doing pretty good then.
I am doing pretty good.
I mean, because that's from the financial side and your lifestyle side, that's a good thing. The funny thing about what we're talking about right now and the whole success thing, I can relate from a lot of different areas because I've always been able to do what I wanted to do. Fortunately, it did make money, but the idea of being able to get up and work on something and put my all into it and see the result, whether somebody paid for it or not, didn't really matter to me, and probably doesn't even now, but I do like to be able to express myself to my fullest and see what comes out next and what comes out next and keep pushing. Did I see your hand raised, Elijah, for some reason? Go ahead.
Well, I like to express myself too and do what I like to do. And I agree how, like, the money starts following. Like, you shouldn't follow the money follows you. It's just that sometimes, like, if you enjoy something so much and you want to make a career out of it, it stops, like, becoming fun and starts more becoming serious and business. And that it's like, if you don't do it, then, like, you lose money and lose a lot of stuff if you don't.
Well, that's a conversation probably beyond radio, because seriously, because my sense of it is if you're doing something that you love and you are able to generate income from it, if you're giving your all to that, and people are paying, because that's my experience. People are paying me to do stuff that I just love to do, and they kept paying, and I'm going, this is cool. It didn't become a business for me. It became an income for me. You know, people called it business. It was like, I just did this thing, and they just paid me this much money for it. Hello. You know, it didn't get serious. Actually, for me personally, it became more of kind of like a journey, because I always want the best thing, the next thing to be the best thing. Can you relate to that?
I'm the exact same way. I feel like in a way I'm a perfectionist. It has to be perfect, or I won't post it, or I won't share it, and people will be like, oh, it looks fine. But to me, it's not good enough. Like, it needs to always be better than my last.
And quite frankly, that's how I see every day. You know, we were joking about it earlier, but, you know, we wake up in the morning and here's another day. There's no way you're supposed to do worse than yesterday. You know, it just can't be. But a lot of people come into the day, oh, it's the next day. Well, hold on. This is your opportunity right here. To whatever you do, take advantage of this day, because you might not see the next one. But at least you know that you push yourself out there. And that makes me happy. When I can get up the next day and push myself, doesn't matter what the mistakes or the problems are, I want to keep pushing myself. And I get a lot of joy out of that. So you're shaking your head. I want you to comment.
A lot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of joy. It feels good to do what you love to do. And you know that, at least for me, it makes me happy to see other people happy. I feel like that's kind of my job in photography. Is like, my goal is to make you smile in these pictures, is to capture this moment for you. Like, my job is basically to make people happy.
So if I put my all into CITing and editing and all that, will I get a paycheck from you?
No.
Worth a try.
But you will have the joy.
Hey, at least I'm learning a lot of stuff from editing, and I actually found out how to operate a camera from Dr. L, because I had no idea how to. So thank you on that.
Oh, thank you. On that note, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to The American Dream. I now present to you Beyond the Barriers with Stanley L. and Jonathan.
Whether you're raising a family, advancing a career, building a business on a mission from God, victory lies beyond the barriers.
Love will prove itself the master presence of creation. Love is the magnetic power that draws upon the substance and energy of this world. Love is the magnet that holds everything together and in accordance with the great divine plan of creation. The divine plan is one of perfection, ever expanding. It is harmony at one meant with the supreme activities of life. These activities are cosmic manifestations that bless the entire universe. This is the fiery Christ, truth and illumination that must manifest in your world if you are to be freed from the distress of human activity. Love, fiery Christ's love, is the master authority, the master power of the universe. It is the Christ that the ever-expanding activities of love manifest, always as perfection. For the humanity of Earth, this means infinite progress. Love is the illuminating intelligence that manifests as the advances of the age. There is no other cause of the advancements of mankind in this world. Humanity must someday acknowledge and give gratitude to life. Love for its infinite blessings.
I am the strength, the courage, the power to move forward steadily through all experiences, whatever they may be, and to remain joyous and uplifted, filled with peace and harmony at all times, by the glorious presence which I am.
The American Dream, reality, on Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM, with host Stanley L.
I believe of the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, for the people. whose just powers are derived from the consent of the governed. A democracy in a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a perfect union, one and inseparable, established upon those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity, for which American patriots sacrificed their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies, everywhere, forever.
The 18th principle of liberty states, the unalienable rights of the people are most likely to be preserved if the principles of government are set forth in a written constitution.
And that concludes the American Dream. I'd like to thank you, listeners, for sharing your time and attention. I'd like to thank our extraordinary guests. I mean, if you're looking for those kind of images that impact and bring you joy and happiness, I recommend Aja. You want to give maybe some shout-outs and contact information along with it?
Sure. Shout out to just all my models, I guess, that helped me out, in the creative process. My 2 makeup artists, Malaysia Halsey and Angie. And yeah, you can reach me on my Instagram, Aja A Photography, and Facebook is just Aja Martin.
That it?
That's it.
I will really recommend looking at some of her work, because what I've seen so far is kind of outstanding. So you want to have a thrill, do it. All right. And did you want to wrap up the show for us, Elijah? You ready? Put you on the spot.
I just want to shout out some
Oh, go ahead. Put a shout out. Go ahead.
I'd like to shout out my mom, my grandma again, my family, and everyone that helped me get on the show. And also, if you want to support my stuff, you can subscribe to me on YouTube, WIST. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Check him out. Jinga, what do you want?
Please do.
What do you want to say, Jinga?
Shout out to Elijah being the most forgetful boy on earth.
All right.
You too.
See if he's here next week. All right. Well, this has been The American Dream on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. As always, have a great week, everyone.